Hi, my name is Prachi, and today I'm going to talk about the simulation activity that I was currently part of. So, talking about the simulation activity, we did the simulation activity through the Amplify Me platform, which was a great opportunity. We got a practical, immersive experience of how real world financial markets and institutions operate. The simulation placed as participants into two groups that were hedge fund manager group and a investment banking group. What is hedge fund manager? Hedge fund manager is the one who is responsible for analyzing market conditions and making strategic investment decisions to generate returns. And on the other hand, investment banker is the one who is responsible for advising clients on these transactions and capital raising strategies. Both role represent one of the most prestigious and influential career path when it comes to an industry like finance. Uh, Talking about the simulation experience, the how it aligned to the real world experience. Throughout my simulation, I had the opportunity to engage in both the roles of hedge fund manager and investment banking roles, which provided with me with a hands-on understanding on how different financial markets operate. One of the most challenging aspects of this was the enormous amount of information that was coming on the screen and how simultaneously other markets were going fast and unpredictably. There was a significant amount of data on screen. Particularly for me, when I was doing a hedge fund manager role, I had to make a trading decision under real time pressure while I was not entirely confident with my choice, but I stayed calm and finally made it through it methodically and understanding how it works. Talking about the skills I gained through this was, if we see from an analytical standpoint, I was required to process and interpret real time market data, assess trends, and evaluate the potential outcomes of various financial decisions. A skill that sits at the core of both hedge fund manager as well as investment banking. In terms of decision making under pressure, the simulation placed me in the fast moving scenarios where I had to quickly and confidently, even when I was not entirely certain of the outcome, which closely mirrors the reality of working in the financial markets. Finally, for if we see from a work readiness perspective, the simulation reinforced the importance of time management, adaptability, and effective communication, all of which is essential for performing a high level role in the professional financial environment. Talking about my personal reflection, the strengths and growth areas where I feel that the entire simulation activities was quite challenging, but genuinely very fun and enjoyable. For me, what stand out was the investment banking role. I found it like I felt more confident eventually, and it reinforced my interest to do investment banking as a career path. It encouraged me to study more about what investment banking exactly is, what roles does it offer, and participate in more such activities. While talking about the hedge fund manager role, there were moments where I felt overwhelmed by the speed and volume of the market information. I initially froze when trying to make trade decisions under pressure. Though this was a very valuable lesson in recognizing the technical knowledge that we need. Uh, in conclusion, Amplify Me simulation was an incredibly valuable experience that brought the real world finance to life in a way that went far, far beyond what we do through textbooks or in a normal classroom setting. The major takeaways for me was what exactly, of course, the difference between hedge fund manager and investment banking. Secondly, a clear sense of own strengths and weakness and the recognition where I need development. uh, and thirdly, learning about adaptability and decisive thinking are just as important as academic knowledge in this industry. Moving forward, I intend to do develop my marketing analysis capabilities and deepen my understanding. Hopefully, get some internship in this field. So this experience overall has strengthened my passion for finance and given me a greater clarity and direction as I work towards my future career. This was my results when I did the role of hedge fund manager and investment banking. So, yes, thank you so much.